Hello, Cancer, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your connection to the person that you have the strongest connection to at this time. We will be looking at all three sides of the connection, so we've got your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it. The concept being that there are three sides to every story, so we're looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and this higher level unbiased truth in the middle, really looking at what is the deeper purpose of this connection and what is the best way for you to move forward in order to align further with your higher self. As I do in all of my readings, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages, as well as the overall theme for the reading, which we'll jump into in just a second. I have a different tarot deck I'll be using for each side of this connection, as well as an advice deck that I'll be using in the extended to close out the reading. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what doesn't. On that note, these energies can be swapped, so the whole reading can be reversed. If that happens for you, just know that's totally fine. Totally normal. Again, the point is to take what helps your situation and leave what does not. All right, Cancer, on your side of this connection, you have a new start is coming with the High Priestess in reverse. I feel as if you are you're looking for or needing a new start, whether it's in this connection or in love in general. I feel as if you're very much wanting this new start, a new beginning of some sort. Now, with the High Priestess in reverse, I feel as if you're having a hard time listening to your intuition regarding how to get to that new start, or it's almost as if, it's like you're being given the steps to take to create this new start for yourself, but I don't know if you're listening to those fully. Or you are listening to them, but you're not able to believe that a new start is going to come. You know, you still are doubting that you're ever going to get to where you're trying to go. This person, they have your commitment is being tested with the Justice in reverse. I am not going to lie. I don't really know how these two energies connect. I don't know if this is this person's commitment to the connection, if it's their commitment to themselves. I'm not quite sure what this is. Now, with the Justice in reverse, this is a card of a lacking accountability. So I feel as if, I don't know, it's almost as if their commitment in this connection, I don't know if they've been 1 foot in, 1 foot out, or they're not taking accountability for that. I don't know. We're going to have to wait till I get into tarot to get clarity on that message, because even from the second I pulled it, I was like, what does that mean? So we'll get clarity on that for sure. In between this connection, and I really like this for you, Cancer, you have luck is on your side with the Four of Wands. Overall theme is love yourself first. So the way that I'm saying this, because the Four of Wands to me is about the foundation that comes with having a very strong, very positive, very healthy mindset. So a mindset such as I am worthy, I am deserving, I am lovable, and since I know that, I'm going to act in alignment with that, and that is going to lead me to what it is that I deserve. Now, to me, if you are loving yourself first and continuing to put yourself first in the best way that you know how, luck is going to be on your side when it comes to things coming together for you in love. So I do feel as if this is a very positive reading for you. So let's see what it is that you are dealing with. This is for Cancer's side of this connection to the person they have the strongest connection to at this time. A new start is coming with the High Priestess in reverse. This is Cancer's side of this connection to the person they have the strongest connection to at this time. Cancer's side of this connection, please. Cancer's side of this connection to the person they have the strongest connection to at this time. Interesting. Ooh, okay. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, 5 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 9 of Cups in reverse. I think it is safe to say that this connection has been very disappointing for you. I think it's safe to say that it has, for lack of a better term, phrase, it's done a number on you. Now, with the Four of Cups here, I feel as if a lot of your focus in general, but in regard to this connection, has gone toward how this person has disappointed you, how they've done you wrong, how they've hurt you, which naturally, right? But in order to create a new start for yourself in love, there's a need to redirect that focus. Now, whether or not that means with this person or otherwise, I think that's going to depend on your personal situation. But the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is a card of blessings in disguise. Things working out for your highest good in a way that you might not be able to see yet. So in your mind, it feels as if things are just not working out for you. And I'm not saying it doesn't look like that or seem like that or feel like that. I'm not trying to invalidate the way you feel. But the Four of Cups, again, it's almost like needing to redirect focus to something different. Yeah, because a lot of your energy is going toward, this isn't working out, I'm not getting what I desire, this person hurt me, and that person hurt me, and I get that. I mean, that's natural when you've been in that position, but in particular with this connection, there's a need to redirect focus. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Cancer side of this connection to the person they have the strongest connection to at this time. Cancer side of this connection. Cancer side of this connection to the person they have the strongest connection to at this time. The Ace of Cups in reverse. Not being honest with yourself about something. So this connection has been very disappointing. It's done a number on you. But you're not being honest with yourself about something. What is Cancer not being honest with themselves about? Because with the Three of Cups in reverse, what are you not being honest with yourself about? Ace of Cups in reverse, pushing down the way that you feel, avoiding facing uncomfortable emotions. What does this mean? What is this talking about? Two of Wands in reverse. Okay, give me just a second, Cancer. Because you aren't fulfilled in this connection, or weren't fulfilled in this connection, whatever resonates with you. But I feel as if, I don't know if you kept investing. It's like you kept investing even though you weren't fulfilled in it. Maybe trying to tell yourself you were, or you could be. Okay, hang on. I'm just going to keep pulling. Cancer side of this connection, because this connection did a number on you, right? It did a number on you, but you weren't happy in it. You weren't happy in it, but you weren't honest with yourself about that. You were maybe telling yourself you were, or you were okay with how things were, but I don't think you were. I don't think you were okay with how things were. Cancer side of this connection, or are, if this is a present connection in your life, Cancer side of the connection, oh, that was a King of Cups, but it didn't come out. Cancer side of this connection, the Empress in reverse, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Empress in reverse, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Sun. Aha. Because there's the Four of Wands. Okay. So you kept investing in this despite the fact that, like with the Empress in reverse, that's an energy of not putting yourself first, not choosing yourself, not loving yourself first. So you kept getting disappointed over and over again by this person. But there's this energy of not choosing yourself, not putting yourself first, but almost like you're unhappy in this, but you were not being honest with yourself about it. But I don't know why. And I will say, through this connection, I feel as if you either are or have gained a very new mindset when it comes to love. Because I feel as if, whether or not you realize it, you're kind of, I don't know if you did or you are getting to this place of, I'm never going to let that happen again. Like, I'm never going to let someone hurt me in that way, or I'm never going to allow someone to disappoint me in that way. I'm never going to sacrifice my value again in some way, shape, or form, which that is what is leading to a new beginning. But I don't know why this person is still appearing in your energy. This person still, I don't know if you're still dealing with them. Because this connection has required you to sacrifice your worth, your value, to not put your, not even, to just not choose yourself, not put yourself first. It's almost like if you were putting yourself first, this connection wouldn't work. That's what it feels like. If you're putting yourself first, this connection just wouldn't work. In some way, shape, or form. But you weren't being honest with yourself about that. Even though you weren't happy with the way that things were. But why? Because knowing why is what can lead you to this new beginning here. This is Cancer side of this connection to the person they have the strongest connection to at this time. Cancer side of this connection. Cancer side of this connection to the person they have the strongest connection to at this time. You held on until it all fell apart. You held on until, but what? Then you have the Lovers. Let me clarify the Lovers. Let me clarify this message here for Cancer. Let me clarify this Lovers card for Cancer. Bear with me, Cancer. We'll put the pieces together eventually. The Six of Wands in reverse and the Tower. You knew you needed to choose yourself. You knew. You knew. But I feel like you knew that if you chose yourself in some way, shape, or form, that the pieces it wasn't gonna work. It's like you knew this required you to sacrifice your value and your worth, but you did it anyway. Why did you do it anyway, though? That's what I want to know. Not saying you didn't have a reason. Maybe, but you weren't being honest with yourself. It's like you knew, but you weren't being honest with yourself. So you held on, or are holding on, depending on how this resonates for you. Cancer side of this connection to the person they have the strongest connection to at this time. Cancer side of this connection. So you kept holding on. Cancer side of this connection to the person they have the strongest connection to at this time. King of Wands in reverse, the Tower in reverse. Okay, I understand you now, Cancer. Because the King of Wands in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse and the Tower in reverse, you knew or know that things needed to change. You knew that you weren't, or no, take it as it resonates. I don't want to keep saying both. That you were deserving of more than what this provided you with. But you weren't being honest with yourself about that because it's almost as if, I don't know if you were more afraid of not having the connection or if you were trying to hold on to the hope that things could change or what here. But it's like, because you weren't taking the action that you knew you needed to take, but it was almost like you were avoiding it. You were avoiding it. You weren't facing it. You knew things needed to change, but you weren't taking certain action or aren't. Which is why you need this new start. A new start needs to come, but you're not listening to your intuition on how to create this new start, or you weren't listening to your intuition on how to create this new start. It's almost as if in your mind, choosing yourself had a negative expectation attached. You felt as if you chose yourself, that would lead to you being alone or having no one to love you or never having the opportunity to be loved. Almost as if loving yourself first was a bad thing. In a way. Not like you were consciously thinking that, right? But in your mind, you felt, if I choose myself, if I put myself first, if I stand up for my needs, if I walk away from this, if it's not serving me, whatever the case was for you, there was in your mind, you felt as if that would lead to bad things. You had the expectation of choosing yourself being bad. For whatever reason resonates with you. Again, like, you felt you'd be alone, you'd never have the opportunity to be loved like this, you'd never experience anything like this. So it's like you accepted way less, Cancer, or are accepting way less than what you deserve because you think that that is the only way for you to have love, even if it's very bare minimum. So in a backwards way, it's almost as if your energy is coming up as emotionally unavailable. Like, you're not open to receiving the love that you deserve because you're staying, or were staying, in a connection that didn't provide you with the love that you are deserving of, which is why this new start is necessary. Yeah, it's like you weren't being honest with yourself about that. Or at the very least, you were pushing down how you felt because you were more afraid of what choosing yourself, putting yourself first, loving yourself first would lead to. Even though loving yourself first only ever leads to good things. So you were avoiding doing what was necessary. Or are avoiding doing what was necessary. Cancer side of this connection to the person they have the strongest connection to at this time. Cancer side of this connection. We've all been there. There's no judgment in any of my readings. But getting to the bottom of why can ensure that you don't repeat this cycle, right? So that you can, that's why you have luck is on your side with the Four of Wands. If you can approach your life from loving yourself first, whatever that means for you. Loving yourself more than you love somebody else, right? Which is difficult, especially when you see the potential of somebody. But you have to love yourself more than you love what something could be so that you can open yourself up to what it is that is possible for you instead of accepting less than what it is you deserve, which is a lot of what you were doing in this connection. So your focus is a lot on how this person disappointed you. Okay, going back to what I was saying. Ooh, this is a hard truth. And I don't think a lot of you guys are going to want to hear this. But your focus is on how this person continued to disappoint you, right? Instead of looking at how, I'm going to say this and I'm going to elaborate on it, okay? I don't want you to think I'm victim blaming here. But instead of looking at how you allowed yourself to be disappointed over and over again. Now, what I mean by that is I am not saying it is your fault that this person treated you bad. That's not at all what I'm saying. It's not your fault that this person disappointed you. But when we're in a connection with anybody, and that person shows us who they really are. You know, they show us how they're capable of loving us. They show us, you know, their true colors. They show us what they're capable of. And if what they're capable of disappoints us, and we we continue to invest thinking and hoping that they'll change. We start to blame them for not being something that they have continued to show us that they are, right? So when someone disappoints you time and time again, that is their way of saying, this is who I am, this is what I'm capable of. And in your mind, you're saying, well, things could be different, or if they did this, then things could be better, or this doesn't even really bother me, like I can handle this, or whatever the case is. So it's almost as if you were, I don't know, maybe just not being honest about how unhappy you were, or how unfulfilled you were. And so now your focus is on how this person disappoints you. But I encourage you to look at how you allow yourself to be disappointed by continuing not to choose yourself because you think they can be different. There's nothing wrong with seeing the good in people. But it becomes an issue whenever we start to project our own goodness on somebody else. And we start to say, this person's potential, because what the potential you see in other people is a lie. It's what you would do if you were in that position, right? If you were receiving the love that you have to give, that's how you would act, right? And then we project that on other people and we say, this is what you should do, right? If you valued me the way that I value you, this is what you would do. But that's not fair, because that person isn't you. They don't have your mind, your past, your expectations. They're not at your level of healing, right? So it's not fair to place our expectations on other people, but that doesn't mean we have to tolerate their behavior either. We can accept and love people for who they show us to be, while at the same time choosing and loving ourselves first. And that is the hardest part. And I feel as if, it's like you knew you deserved better here, but you weren't making any changes. You weren't taking certain action, maybe because you didn't think, it's like you felt that would be a bad thing. That would lead to bad outcomes. And maybe you still think that, even if you did choose yourself, maybe you still think that. Cancer side of this connection to the person they have the strongest connection to at this time. Cancer side of this connection. Cancer side. Did one turn over? No. This is Cancer side of this connection. Ooh, okay. Oof. So you're tired of getting hurt. Temperance in reverse, Ten of Swords, the Moon. You're frustrated. This might not be the first time you experienced this kind of outcome in a connection. And that might be why you're frustrated with it. Because the Ten of Swords, that can be like betrayal, abandonment, and it's like you're frustrated with getting hurt. You're tired of getting hurt, being disappointed. You're tired of that. That's why you have a new start is coming. But the thing is, in order to create a new start, in order to create a new cycle, we have to try to see what the old cycle is trying to teach us about ourselves, right? And at this point in time, if this is your reading, you believe that choosing yourself, loving yourself first, putting yourself first is a bad thing. But loving yourself first is how you create luck in your love life. Because you don't deserve to be hurt. You don't deserve to be disappointed. You deserve to be loved and reciprocated and respected and supported and all the good things. But in your mind, in order to have that, you feel as if you must put yourself second or even last. Interesting. Okay. And I get that. I've been there. Feeling as if maybe you have to prove your worth, or you have to, eventually this person will see your value and things will change, or whatever the case might be. But then things don't change. Because again, that person continues to show you who they are and what they're capable of. Now, I don't know what this person's energy is saying, so let's see this person's energy toward Cancer, your commitment is being tested. With the Justice in reverse, this person's energy toward Cancer. What does Cancer need to know about this person's energy toward them? This person's energy toward Cancer, please. Well, the Devil being the first card isn't awesome. None of those feel relevant to the Devil. What is this Devil trying to say? I don't feel like it's like this person is the Devil or anything like that. Clarifying this Devil. Maybe this person, well, hang on. Clarifying this Devil. Clarifying this Devil. Card for this person's energy toward Cancer. Clarifying this Devil card for this person's energy toward Cancer. Yeah, this feels specific. Karmic. Woof. Very karmic. Okay. This person, I'm specifically gathering addiction. Doesn't have to be. But this person struggles with the Devil. This person struggles with the Devil. Addiction, mental health. Now, addiction doesn't necessarily need to be to a substance. It could be addicted to work, just addicted to self-sabotage in general. This person struggles with the Devil. It's a very karmic thing for them. And this Devil... There's more to it than that. That this Devil is like a part of them? I don't know yet. We'll have to see. But yeah, I mean, this is self-sabotage. This is karmic. You also had the Wheel of Fortune in reverse come out for your first card too. So this is a very karmic situation. Meaning that, karmic connections are those that typically stem from like past trauma or karmic connections teach us our biggest lessons, in my opinion, but there's more to it than that. Now there's a karmic cycle that exists in this connection at the very least. This person's energy toward Cancer. What is this Devil? The Devil is a part of them? Person's energy toward Cancer. They identify with the Devil. What is that saying? Hang on. I don't like the way those feel like they fell out, did not came out. This person's energy toward Cancer. If they were supposed to come out, they will again. This person's energy toward Cancer, please, like that. In reverse. Could be dealing with fire sign. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You definitely don't have to be. The Devil held them back. The Devil holds them back. But they don't take accountability for that. Because the Ace of Wands in reverse to me is like not taking action, not... Because it would be like inspired action. So even not taking action that they feel inspired to take. Like, it's the Devil. The Devil holds them back. What is this? This person's energy toward Cancer. The Devil holds them back. And maybe you knew that. Maybe you had so much empathy for that. And that's why you were willing to see like they were struggling with this Devil and you were like there to support them through that. But at the extent of your own needs and value. Like that's why it did such a number on you. Okay, I'll get more, I'm sure, as we keep pulling, but This is this person's energy toward Cancer. This person's energy toward Cancer, please. This person's energy toward Cancer. This person's energy toward Cancer. So they're avoiding too. Avoiding, but from a place of immaturity, from a place of maturity, childlike energy, avoiding. Okay, give me just a second. I'll tie it together. I always do. Tower in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse. Avoiding, but from a child. Not taking action. Almost like straight up just not. So this devil holds them back. And they might even be aware of that. They might even be aware of how the devil holds them back, but they don't do anything about it. They don't take any action. They don't change. Now the same kind of thing was mirrored in you, right? Knowing something but not doing anything about it, not being honest with yourself about it, because yeah, it's like the complacency with the devil in some way, but not taking accountability to that. So commitment is being tested. It's almost as if their commitment to themselves, which might have projected as in their commitment to you, right? If they're struggling with this devil, they're definitely going to struggle with their commitment to you. This person's energy toward Cancer. The devil holds them back. This person's energy toward Cancer. And you, like, were willing to stand by them or support them. Maybe you were unaware of it, but I think you were aware of it. And that's kind of, I feel like that's the thing that you're focused on. You're focused on how this person disappointed you by allowing this devil to hold them back. That's where your focus is. But so much of your energy is going to them to help them with their devil instead of putting yourself first. But why? This person's energy toward Cancer. You can't heal anybody else, right? You can only choose what's best for you. This person's energy toward Cancer. Maybe you felt obligated. You felt obligated to stay. That's why, like, going back to what I said with loving yourself seemed like a bad thing. Maybe you felt like you had to stay, had to continue to invest, had to continue to sacrifice, an obligation of some sort. This person's energy toward Cancer. Might not be for all of you, but regardless of the love they feel or felt in this connection, they didn't put in the appropriate amount of effort. Yeah, it's like they didn't. And it's because of their own limiting beliefs. They prioritized the devil. They knew the devil holds them back. They know that, but they prioritized it anyway. And that was very difficult for you because I feel like you were prioritizing them and they were prioritizing this devil. Whatever this, I don't know what this is. I feel like it's an addiction. It doesn't have to be. Something not good for them. They prioritize as something not good for them, even though you were prioritizing them. You were loving them more than you were loving yourself. You weren't loving yourself first, and that's the freaking key of this whole reading. This person's energy toward Cancer, please. This person's energy toward Cancer. This person's energy toward Cancer, please. Hermit in reverse with a Chariot. They don't plan on changing their ways. They plan on moving forward exactly as they are. So yeah, it's like their commitment to themselves. You might look at it as their commitment to you, but they're struggling with they're struggling with committing to themselves, doing the best thing for themselves. And obviously that's going to affect you, right? But that's why you have to love yourself first. You can't love this person. Even if you have empathy for this devil and what they're struggling with, you can't take it on. You can't take on that burden, because if you do that, well, this is going to happen. You ended up the 5 of Cups and the 10 of Swords. You get this idea, this feeling they're very like dissociated from reality, like not, I don't know, I'm a little worried about this person. And maybe you were too, and that's where that obligation came from or something. This person's energy toward Cancer. This person's energy toward Cancer, please. There's the Justice in reverse. See, there's this total lack of accountability for their actions, and things keep happening in their life. The bad things, and it's because of the devil, but then they don't do anything to change. They stay stuck. They're stuck in their ways. They're stuck in how things are. This devil holds them back, and they let it. That's essentially what I'm gathering from this. And none of that, Cancer, you can have unconditional love and empathy for someone, absolutely. But that does not mean you have to have unconditional tolerance. And the only way that things are going to change is by you loving and putting yourself first, right? In between this connection, you have luck is on your side with the 4 of Cups. So we're going to hop on over to the extended. We're going to look at the deeper purpose of this connection and the best way for you to move forward in order to align with your higher self. Pulling 9 different messages, and then I have an advice card to close out the reading. Thank you so much, Cancer, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope that this reading helped, obviously, and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, Cancer, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Cancer.